Hello and welcome to another episode of The English World. I'm so happy you're here today. My name is Sophia, and I'm your English coach and friend. I know that learning English is not always easy. Sometimes it can feel scary or confusing, especially when it comes to speaking. But don't worry, you are not alone. In this podcast, I am here to help you every step of the way. Today, we are going to talk about a very important topic: how to build confidence when speaking English. Many English learners feel nervous or shy when they try to speak. Maybe you feel like your English is not good enough. Maybe you are afraid of making mistakes. Or maybe you don't have anyone to practice with. I understand. I know how that feels. And I want to tell you, it's okay to feel this way. It's completely normal. Every English learner has these feelings, even the best ones. But here is the good news. You can become confident. You can learn to speak English with courage and power. You can train yourself to speak without fear. In this podcast, I will teach you simple and easy ways to feel more confident. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to take small steps every day. That's how confidence grows. In today's episode, we will first talk about why we feel afraid to speak English. Understanding this fear is the first step to overcoming it. Then, I will share with you 7 easy and powerful tips to help you feel more confident. These tips are very simple, and you can start using them today. Finally, I will give you some positive words and motivation to remind you that you are doing great, and you should never give up. So if you're someone who wants to speak English clearly, confidently, and without fear, this episode is just for you. Take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin this journey together. Get ready to feel stronger, braver, and more confident with every word you speak. Welcome again to the English world. Let's get started. Now, let's talk about something very important: the fear of speaking English. I want to start by telling you this: you are not alone. Yes, really. You are not the only person who feels nervous or shy when speaking English. Many English learners all around the world feel the same. Even students who are good at reading and writing in English can still feel afraid to speak. So, if you feel this way, please don't worry. You are completely normal. And the good news is, you can overcome this fear step by step. But first, we need to understand this fear. Why do so many people feel shy or scared when it's time to speak English? One big reason is the fear of making mistakes. Maybe you are afraid that you will say the wrong word. Maybe you think your grammar is not correct. Or maybe you worry that your pronunciation sounds strange. This fear can stop you from speaking. You think, what if I make a mistake? Or, what if people laugh at me? Or, what if I don't understand the answer? These thoughts can make you feel nervous, and sometimes you decide to stay quiet. But let me tell you something very important. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. Yes, every good English speaker, even native speakers, makes mistakes sometimes. And every English learner in the world makes many mistakes before they become confident. That's how learning works. When a baby learns to walk, they fall many times. But do we laugh at the baby? No. We clap and say, "Good job, try again." It's the same with English. You need to speak, make mistakes, and then try again. That's how you grow. Another reason many people feel afraid is because they worry too much about grammar or pronunciation. Of course, grammar and pronunciation are important, but they are not everything. You don't need perfect grammar to speak. You don't need a perfect accent to be understood. What matters most is your message, what you want to say. People will understand you even if your grammar is not perfect. So don't wait until you are perfect. Just start speaking. The more you speak, the better your grammar and pronunciation will become. Some learners feel shy because they compare themselves to others. They think, my friend speaks better than me, or I can't speak like that YouTuber, or everyone else is better than me. But remember, everyone learns at their own speed. English is not a race. You are not here to compete. You are here to learn and grow. Maybe someone else had more practice. Maybe they started learning earlier. That doesn't mean you can't do it. You have your own path. You just need to keep going forward, step by step. Another reason people don't feel confident is because they don't have anyone to practice with. This is a very common problem, especially in places where English is not spoken every day. You may understand English, but you don't get a chance to speak it often. So when you do need to speak, it feels scary or new. That's okay. But there are ways to fix this. You can practice with yourself, with online friends, or even with voice recordings. You don't need to wait for the perfect situation. You can create your own small practice moments every day. Some learners also feel afraid because they had a bad experience in the past. Maybe someone laughed at them. Maybe a teacher corrected them in a harsh way. Maybe someone made them feel small or not good enough. If this happened to you, I want to say, I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve that. And that experience does not define you. You are strong. You are smart. And you can learn to speak English with confidence, no matter what happened before. Let me remind you again, you are not alone. Every English speaker, even the best ones, started from zero. Every confident speaker you see today was once a shy beginner. The difference is, they didn't give up. And you won't give up either. You are here. You are learning. And you are growing. You are already doing something amazing by listening to this podcast. So now that we understand the fear, where it comes from and why we feel it, let's take the next step. In the next part of this episode, I will share with you 7 simple and powerful ways to build your confidence. These tips will help you feel strong, brave, and ready to speak English every day. Are you ready? Let's go to the next part together. Now that we understand the fear of speaking English, let's talk about the most exciting part: how to build your confidence. Confidence does not come in one day. It grows step by step, like a small plant. When you take care of that plant every day, it becomes strong. Your confidence works the same way. So today, I will share with you 7 easy and powerful tips to help you feel more confident when speaking English. These are simple things you can start doing today. You don't need anything special, just time, patience, and a little courage. Tip 1. Practice every day. Even 10 minutes helps. The first and most important tip is practice every day. Yes, every single day. You don't need to study for hours. Even just 10 minutes of speaking practice can make a big difference. It's like brushing your teeth or eating your meals. It becomes a habit. The more you speak, the more natural it feels. Your tongue gets used to English. Your brain starts thinking in English. Slowly, speaking becomes easier. For example, every morning after you wake up, try to say 3 to 4 sentences in English. You can say something like, "Good morning. Today is Monday. I have to go to work. I hope it will be a good day." These are simple sentences, but they help your brain switch to English mode. If you practice like this every day, you will see big changes after a few weeks. Tip 2. Talk to yourself in English. Describe your day, feelings, or plans. The second tip is to talk to yourself in English. I know this sounds funny, but trust me, it works. You can do this anytime, anywhere. You don't need another person. Just use your own voice to describe your day, your plans, or how you feel. For example, while you are cooking, say, I am cutting vegetables. Now I am boiling rice. Or if you're going out, say, I am putting on my shoes. I am going to the market. I want to buy some fruit. You can also talk about your emotions. I feel happy today. I am a little tired, but I will study English for 10 minutes. When you talk to yourself, you are practicing real-life language. And the best part? No one is watching, so you don't feel nervous. Tip 3. Start small. Use simple words and short sentences. Tip number 3 is to start small. Many learners try to use big, difficult words and long sentences. But when you are building confidence, it's better to keep it simple. Use easy words and short sentences. That's how children learn a language, and it works for adults too. For example, instead of saying, I'm quite exhausted because I had an extremely busy and tiring day, you can simply say, I am tired. I worked a lot today. Both sentences mean the same thing, but the second one is easier to say and understand. When you speak in a simple way, you feel more comfortable, and slowly your confidence grows. So don't try to be perfect or advanced. Just be clear and simple. Speak in a way that feels natural to you. You can add new words later as you feel more confident. Tip 4. Watch and repeat. Copy phrases from movies or YouTube. Tip 4 is one of my favorites. Watch and repeat. This means you watch short videos, shows, or English lessons on YouTube or in movies, and then try to repeat what the speaker says. You can pause the video, repeat the sentence, and copy their voice, pronunciation, and tone. It's like learning to sing a song by copying the singer. For example, if you hear someone say, "Hi, how are you doing today?" You pause the video and say the same sentence out loud. Try to sound just like them. This is a great way to improve your speaking skills. It helps with your accent, rhythm, and confidence. And it's fun, too. You can do this with scenes from your favorite movies, short interviews, or English learning channels like The English World. Choose easy videos first, then slowly try harder ones. Tip 5. Record yourself. Listen and notice your progress. Tip 5 is something many learners don't do, but it's very powerful. Record yourself speaking English. Yes, use your phone, your computer, or any recording app. Talk for 1 to 2 minutes about your day, your plans, or a topic you like. Then, listen to your recording. At first, you might feel shy or even laugh at your own voice. That's okay, but keep doing it. When you listen to yourself, you start to notice your strong points and areas to improve. Maybe you say some words very clearly. Maybe you notice some grammar mistakes. That's fine. This is how you learn. And after a few weeks, when you listen to your older recordings, you will be surprised. You will hear your progress. You will say, "Wow, I sound much better now." That feeling will give you so much confidence. Tip 6. Speak with a friend or partner. Even online is great. Tip number 6 is to find someone to speak English with. This could be a friend, a classmate, a family member, or even a language partner online. You don't need a native speaker. You just need someone who is learning English, like you. You can practice together, help each other, and have fun. You can talk about daily life, hobbies, news, or anything you like. You can also use apps and websites to find language exchange partners. Even a 5-minute call once a week is helpful. When you speak with someone else, your brain works faster, and you start to think in English more naturally. You will also feel more confident because you are using real communication. And remember, the other person is learning too. You are both on the same journey. So don't worry about mistakes. Just speak, listen, and enjoy the conversation. Tip 7. Accept mistakes. They are part of your journey. And now, tip 7. One of the most important of all, accept your mistakes. Yes, mistakes will happen. You will forget words. You will say things that sound strange. You might even feel embarrassed. But please remember, this is normal. Every great English speaker you see today made many mistakes before. Mistakes are not bad. They're not your enemy. They are your teachers. When you make a mistake, you learn something new. So, instead of feeling sad or upset, smile and say, "Thank you, mistake. You helped me grow." You are on a journey. Every step, every word, every mistake is part of that journey. And every time you try again, you become stronger. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you know everything. Start now. Speak now. Learn now. Be proud of your progress. These are the 7 simple and powerful ways to build your confidence when speaking English. Let's quickly remember them. Practice every day, even for 10 minutes. Talk to yourself in English. Describe your day. Start small. Use simple words and short sentences. Watch and repeat. Copy English from movies or videos. Record yourself and listen to your progress. Speak with a friend or partner, even online. Accept mistakes. They are part of your journey. You don't need to use all 7 tips at once. Just choose 1 or 2 to start with. Try them today. And little by little, you will see the change in your voice, your confidence, and your English. Now, my dear friend, I want to speak to your heart. Learning English is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It's also about your mindset. It's about how you see yourself and what you believe deep inside. If you believe you can't do it, your fear will grow. But if you believe you can do it step by step, your confidence will grow. And today, I want to remind you of something very important. You can do it. Let me say this clearly. You are smart. You are strong. And you are capable of learning English. No matter your age, your background, or your situation, you can improve. You are not too late. You are not too slow. You are not alone. Everyone starts somewhere. And right now, you're doing something amazing. You're learning, listening, and growing. I want to share with you a short story. It's about one of my students. Her name is Amina. She is from a small town and always dreamed of speaking English fluently. But for a long time, she was afraid. She thought her pronunciation was bad. She was scared of speaking in front of others. Every time she tried, her hands shook and her heart beat fast. She once told me, "Teacher, I want to speak, but I'm not good enough." But I told her, "You are good enough. You just need to keep going." So, Amina started with small steps. She listened to English podcasts every day for 10 minutes. She practiced speaking with herself in the mirror. She joined a small online English group, and every week she said just 1 or 2 sentences. Slowly, her fear started to disappear. One day, she sent me a voice message. She said, "Teacher, today I spoke with a tourist at the market." I was nervous, but I did it. And I smiled so big because I knew Amina's confidence was growing, not because she was perfect, but because she never gave up. So, my friend, maybe you are like Amina. Maybe you feel shy, nervous, or unsure. But I want you to remember, confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from trying again and again. Every word you say, every time you speak, you are building a better version of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Speak to yourself with love. When you make a mistake, don't say, "I'm stupid." Say, "I'm learning." When you feel nervous, don't say, "I can't." Say, "I'll try." Your words have power. Use them to lift yourself up. Every big English speaker you see today was once a beginner. They were once afraid, too. But they kept going. And you can, too. So today, believe in yourself. Take 1 step forward. Speak 1 sentence. Smile and say to yourself, "I can do this." Because you really can. And remember, I'm here with you. This podcast, The English World, is your home. You're not alone on this journey. We are learning together, growing together, and one day you will look back and feel so proud of how far you've come. Of course, here's a long, warm, and simple version of Part 5. Conclusion and final tips for your English learning podcast on The English World. It wraps up the episode with motivation, a summary, and a call to action, perfect for beginners. And now, my dear listener, we have come to the end of this special episode. I hope you are feeling a little stronger, a little braver, and a little more ready to speak English with confidence. Let's take a moment to remember everything we talked about today, because each part is important for your English journey. First, we talked about fear, that nervous feeling in your heart when you try to speak. We said it's normal. Everyone feels it. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. You are not alone. And making mistakes is not a problem. It is a natural part of learning. Mistakes help you grow. Then, we learned 7 easy ways to build confidence. Do you remember them? I'll remind you. Practice every day. Even 10 minutes can help. Every small effort matters. Talk to yourself in English. In the morning, at night, or when you're walking. Just speak. Start small. Use easy words. Don't try to speak perfect English. Speak simple English. Watch and repeat. Listen to movies or podcasts and copy how they speak. Record your voice. It might feel strange, but it really helps you hear your progress. Find a friend or a partner. Speaking with someone builds courage and joy. Accept mistakes. They are your teachers. Be proud of every mistake you make. It means you are trying. And finally, we talked about motivation and mindset. I told you the story of Amina, how she went from shy and scared to brave and confident. And just like her, you can become confident too. Confidence is not magic. It is a habit. It is built slowly, with practice and patience. So now, I want to give you a gentle challenge. Today, take one small step. Maybe you will speak one sentence in English. Maybe you will talk to yourself in the mirror. Or maybe you will listen to this podcast again and repeat the words out loud. It doesn't matter how small the step is. What matters is that you take it. You are growing, you are learning, and you are doing something many people are afraid to do. That makes you special. That makes you brave. Before we finish, I want to say thank you. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Thank you for being part of this journey. It's not always easy to learn a new language, but you are doing it. And I am so proud of you. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to The English World. There are more simple and helpful podcasts waiting for you. Every episode is made with love and care to help you speak better, feel confident, and enjoy learning. And if you know someone else who wants to learn English, share this podcast with them too. Let's help each other. Let's grow together. Take care, my friend. Keep smiling. Keep practicing.